episode. The daily dose is just a dose of leadership that I want to provide every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 4:30, live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitch, and where I just kind of talk about lightly some concepts of leadership, whether it be things that I'm going through currently, things that I've studied, things that I see other people enduring. And so this is the whole purpose of the daily dose, is just to provide a fresh perspective on leadership. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're a few weeks in now. Definitely appreciate you guys sharing, liking, commenting. It definitely help us get the message out, and we appreciate the message that we'll be being able to help will give to help other people. And today's message, I want to talk about leading past the moment. Leading past the moment. I think a lot of us are geared towards, particularly in this social media climate that we're living in, is we're living for the moment, living for the time that we're currently in. And I think there's more to our leadership than the moment. Don't get me wrong. You know, addressing the moment, being in the moment, being present is important, but that is not the culmination of all of our efforts. Are not limited to one singular moment. And so the number one thing that I wanted to kind of talk about in this subject matter is to get past the post. There is more to you as a leader than what you're showing us. A lot of times I see on social media, it feels like a lot of us we post pictures, videos of certain milestones and certain things that we've gotten accomplished for the sake of, number one, I know to share with our friends and our families the things that we have going on. But I think sometimes that idea is misconstrued because we are more concerned about the post than the actual thing that we're doing, the job, the journey. You know, a lot of times when we find ourselves getting in the room and getting pulling up a seat at the table and being able to be a part of different leadership initiatives and different volunteer opportunities, and then we create milestones and get promotions and things like that for the things that we've been working for. It's almost like we're putting the work in to get the post off. And I want you guys to realize it's not all about the post. It's not all about that singular moment. It's about you continuing your journey as a leader, you continuing to build your resume and continue to build who you are, who you have been, and and all those things are going to contribute to the journey that you're going to continue to do. So put more emphasis on the journey and not the post. Okay. Number two, you should have the next move in your mind plotted out before you reach the move that you're trying to get to. For me, an example, currently what I'm doing right now is I'm providing content and providing value through this vehicle of the Daily Dose, through the TPE Book Club, through my show that comes out bi-weekly on YouTube. My current goal is just to provide a library and then to build up a catalog of value, so that whenever I start to move on to the next phase of what I'm wanting to do, that's providing coaching and consulting services, is that I've already got that move figured out, and I've got the move after that kind of in my head softly of where I would like to head. So it's like, kind of having a plan of action that kind of that gives you that progression, of constant progression of what it is that you're trying to accomplish and what it is that you're ultimately wanting to do. I think you'll come to realize as you start to rack up the wins and you start to rack up more and more success, the things that you thought that was your end game really wasn't your end game. Is really the stepping stone to the next level. And the idea of end game is temporary. It's not the end, really, because once you reach one plateau, for most of us who are go-getters and hustlers, and not necessarily hustlers, let me make sure I say that right, just really we're really passionate about continuing to make ourselves better. Once we reach the end game, we just create a new one. So definitely good, just moving, having that next move plotted out. And three, being conscious of who you influence is very important. Having people that having people watch you that you don't realize are watching you. And there's been people that that are watching, your children, the people you lead, but there's other people who are looking at you and monitoring your steps and your behaviors, and they're trying to emulate those things. And so you want to be sure and be careful that you're not perpetuating a group of people who are only living for the moment. And so you want to illustrate good habits, good skills that show that you are on top of your game, that you are doing what you need to do in order to be successful in the regards of continuing your journey and not just looking for one end game or one post. So that's all I've got for today. Again, my top 3 moments or top 3 considerations is get past the post. Number 2, you should already have your next move kind of plotted out before you achieve your current move. And then number 3, be conscious of who's watching you. Until next time, TPE family, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Alex_Seale. That's at ALEX_SEALE. And then you search on YouTube, Alex Seale. I should pop right up, like and subscribe.